Okay, today class, I'm coming at you with another video. Today we're going to be learning about tables and what they mean for us in HTML. We're going to begin creating our table with what we use, the table tag. Table tag is just our container for our table. So we just do a table and then we do our closing table tag. And just like all other types of containers we've used, it does not show up on our screen. Well, it's when we begin to add elements in between these two opening and closing tags that we really start to see stuff. We are going to add rows to our table. So our tables are made up of a series of rows, and then we create columns within those rows. So we do our table tag, and then we do our row tag. And row tags have an opening and closing, just like most tags. And then we start to add the elements that we want inside of there. All right, so what we are going to do is we are going to put in our table header. And then our table header is kind of like, you know, when you create a title in a graph, it's bolded text. Well, that's exactly what the table header tag does, is it defaultly bolds our text in our table. This is also going to function as one of our elements in our tables. So I'm going to say name, and then do a closing table header tag. Now watch, if I run this, we begin to have name show up. Well, let's add another table header. And notice how this is going to create more columns because I'm adding more elements inside of a single row. So I'm going to add another table header, and then I'm going to say phone for phone number. And then we'll do a /th. So this has created a name column and a phone column, but our columns are only one row in size because we only have one row in our table. If I want to add more data to my table, I need to create another row. So I do another tr, and then we'll close that out. And then inside of that, I am going to add data now because we have our headers up here, but now I want to begin adding data. So to add data to our table, we use the table data tag, or TD. All right. And then my name, we're going to say is Joe Smith is the name. And then we do a closing TD. Now, this being the first column inside of my second row, it's going to correspond with the first column inside my first row. And when I create another TD, it's going to correspond with this TH, and such on and so forth. So we're going to say 355, 555, 1515. All right, this is our lovely little phone number here. And then we do a /TD. And now we have our beautiful beginning of our table. Notice how these are bolded by default because they're THs, and these are just normal text, and because they are TDs. We create our rows that are inside of our table, and then the elements exist as part of those rows. Hope this gets you started on tables. Come back for the next video.